George Washington Woodbey was born into slavery in Tennessee in 1854. After emancipation, he moved with his family to Kansas, where he later became a Baptist minister. But Woodbey didn't stop at preaching in the pulpit. He believed the gospel demanded action against injustice. He began to speak out not only about racial inequality, but also about the economic exploitation that burdened both black and poor white communities across America. By the early 20th century, Woodbey became a leading black voice in the Socialist Party. Unlike many leaders of his time who saw race and class as separate issues, Woodbey believed capitalism and racism were deeply intertwined. He argued that the same system that once profited off enslaved labor now thrived by underpaying workers, denying them land, and locking them out of opportunity, especially black workers. He made it clear, political freedom without economic justice was no freedom at all. Woodbey moved to California and ran for office multiple times on a socialist platform. He championed free education, land reform, labor rights, and an end to segregation. In 1903, he wrote What to Do and How to Do It, a pamphlet explaining socialism in plain language for working-class people. It laid out his vision of a system where wealth was shared, not hoarded by a few, and where black Americans could finally be free from both racial and economic chains. Even when the Socialist Party began to abandon its commitment to racial equality, Woodbey remained outspoken. He challenged both white leaders in the party and black elites who ignored the poor. His ideas drew criticism from both sides, but he never wavered. His legacy shows us that black political thought has always been broader than the mainstream narrative, reaching beyond civil rights into the heart of economic justice. George Washington Woodbey died around 1937, largely forgotten by history. But his work laid an early foundation for later movements that linked race, labor, and justice, from the Black Panthers to Martin Luther King Jr.'s Poor People's Campaign. He was one of the first black socialists to publicly argue that liberation for black people would never come through capitalism, only through a system rooted in equality for all.